What if I told you that a simple quarter, yes, a 25-cent piece, could be your golden ticket to a six-figure payday? Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of coins, maybe looking for laundry money, and boom, you find a rare 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter worth up to $685,000. Sounds crazy, right? Well, it's real. And one lucky person already cashed in on it. Could you be next? And no, before you start tearing through your couch cushions like a raccoon at a buffet, let's break down exactly what makes this quarter so valuable and how you can check if you have one. Why this quarter is worth a fortune. The coin that was never supposed to exist, the year was 1965. America was transitioning from silver coins to cheaper metals due to rising silver prices. The US Mint had already decided, no more silver quarters. But somehow, someway, a few slipped through the cracks. These rare error coins were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets instead of the new copper-nickel ones. And that mistake? It's now worth a fortune. A standard 1965 quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but the rare silver version is 6.25 grams. Tap it on a hard surface, silver quarters have a distinct high-pitched ring. Look at the rim. If it has a solid silver edge instead of that usual copper-nickel sandwich look, you just might be holding a jackpot. If you suspect you have one, get a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate it. Do not try to clean it, this can destroy its value. But here's where it gets really interesting, because there's something even rarer about this coin that could make yours worth hundreds of thousands more. And it has nothing to do with the silver content. Record-breaking sales and current market value. Narrator, let's talk numbers. Just last year, a verified 1965 no-mint mark silver quarter sold for a jaw-dropping $685,000 at auction. And that's not a one-time fluke. Even lesser quality versions of this coin are selling for tens of thousands of dollars. And as collectors scramble to find these hidden gems, the value is only going up. Here's the truth, these rare coins are being discovered and sold fast. The longer you wait, the more likely it is that someone else cashes in instead of you. Go through your old coin jars, piggy banks, and collections, weigh your 1965 quarters and check for the silver edge. If you suspect you have one, get it authenticated ASAP. Imagine turning 25 cents into a life-changing fortune. A new house. A dream vacation. Early retirement. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. Now, tell me, do you have a 1965 no-mint mark silver quarter? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more hidden treasures in your pocket change. Imagine this. You're holding a simple quarter, a coin you've probably tossed into a vending machine or left forgotten in your couch cushions. But what if I told you that one rare quarter could be worth a staggering $685,000? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1979 Washington quarter dollar has shaken the numismatic world, turning ordinary Americans into overnight millionaires. The question is, do you have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket right now? And if you just ran to check your wallet, congratulations. You're officially part of the club of treasure hunters in pajamas. But before you rush to sell your coin, here's the shocking truth: most people have no idea what to look for, and could be throwing away a small fortune without even knowing it. So today, we're uncovering the hidden secrets of the 1979 mint mark George Washington silver quarter, why it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and how you can cash in on this rare jackpot before it's too late. And trust me, you'll want to stay till the end, because what I reveal could change your life. Now, let's get to the real question: what makes this quarter so special? Why are collectors, dealers, and even investors willing to pay a small fortune for just one coin? The hidden rarity behind the 1979 quarter. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where this quarter was struck. But here's where it gets interesting: only a few were minted with a rare silver composition instead of the usual copper nickel. Some 1979 quarters were struck with misaligned dies, double strikes, and off-center errors, making them one-of-a-kind collector's items. Officially, the U.S. Mint stopped producing silver quarters in 1964, yet a small batch of silver-based 1979 D quarters slipped through. These are the ones fetching mind-blowing prices at auctions. Now, before I reveal exactly how to spot one of these ultra-rare quarters in your own collection, let's talk about the shocking recent auction sale that sent collectors into a frenzy. Just recently, one of these rare 1979 D quarters sold at auction for an eye-watering $685,000. Yes, that's enough to buy a luxury car, a dream house, or even retire early. And here's the crazy part, that quarter was found in a regular jar of spare change. How to spot the $685,000 quarter in your collection, found right below George Washington's ponytail. If the edge is fully silver, with no copper strip, you might have a winner. Real silver quarters won't stick to a magnet. Rare coins must be certified by PCGS or NGC to verify authenticity. And if you're thinking, but I don't have time to check my spare change. Well, would you ignore a lottery ticket worth nearly $700,000? Yeah, didn't think so. Call to action and emotional impact right now. Hidden fortunes are sitting in people's homes, unnoticed, unclaimed, and just waiting to be discovered. Your old jar of coins could be the key to financial freedom, but here's the catch: time is running out. As more of these rare quarters get discovered, their value could skyrocket, or disappear as collectors snatch them up. Go check your quarters now. And if you find something valuable, let us know in the comments below. And here's a little secret, there's another rare coin from the 1970s worth even more than this quarter. But that's a story for another video, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Flashing text for key money figures, $685,000 in bold. Animated magnifying glass effect when explaining coin details. Use memes and quick cuts for humor breaks. Ask viewers to comment if they find a rare quarter. Encourage sharing. Subscribe and notification bell reminder for future rare coin videos. What if I told you that a single quarter in your pocket right now could be worth more than a brand new Ferrari? Sounds insane, right? But it's true. The 1995 D Washington quarter has been selling for jaw-dropping prices. One even hit $685,000. And the best part? People have found these quarters in their change, hiding in old drawers, and even lying forgotten in piggy banks. Could you be sitting on a life-changing fortune? Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll reveal exactly what to look for, why these coins are so valuable, and how you can cash in before it's too late. Most people don't think twice about their spare change. After all, it's just a few cents, right? But what if I told you that one tiny detail on your 1995 D Washington quarter could mean the difference between 25 cents and over $500,000? This is where the magic happens. A rare mistake at the Denver Mint in 1995 created an ultra-valuable error quarter that collectors are now fighting over. But here's the kicker, there's only a handful known to exist. And you might just have one. I mean, wouldn't you rather swap that quarter for a vacation home in the Bahamas? What makes this quarter worth a fortune? So, what makes this quarter so special? Let's break it down. Collectors go wild for three things: rarity, errors, and demand. The 1995 D Washington quarter ticks all three boxes. First, rarity. Not all 1995 D quarters are valuable, but a tiny fraction were struck with a rare misprint that makes them incredibly sought after. Second, errors. Some of these quarters were struck on the wrong metal planchet, while others have double die obverse or missing details. These tiny mistakes turn everyday coins into collector's gold. And third, demand. Right now, the rare coin market is on fire. With inflation rising, investors are pouring money into rare collectibles, driving prices higher than ever. You ever see one of those reality shows where someone finds a dusty old painting worth millions? Yeah, that could be you, with a quarter. How to check if you have one, and what to do next. Okay, let's get real. You need to check your quarters. Here's how: look for a small D below Washington's ponytail, use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, off-center strikes, or misprints. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but error quarters can be lighter or heavier. If you find anything unusual, you could be holding a life-changing piece of history. But here's the catch: prices are rising fast, and collectors are snatching these up as soon as they hit the market. If you have one, you need to act now. Don't just walk into a pawn shop and let someone lowball you for a few bucks. You need to get your coin professionally graded and sell it at the right place to get top dollar. Final cliffhanger and call to action: imagine discovering that a simple quarter in your pocket was your ticket to financial freedom. No more debts. No more struggling. Just the thrill of knowing you uncovered a hidden fortune. So, here's what I want you to do right now: go check your quarters. Look through your old change jars, your drawers, even your car cup holder. Because if you find one of these, your life could change overnight. And hey, if you do find one, don't forget to send me a postcard from your yacht. We're diving deep into the story of the 2001 D Connecticut quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right. A simple state quarter that could be worth up to $1.5 million today. Stay with me, because you might have one of these valuable gems sitting in your collection. So, what makes this Connecticut quarter from 2001 D so special? Let's take a closer look. This coin was minted as part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, honoring the 17th state, Connecticut. It features the famous charter oak, a symbol of American independence and resilience. But here's the catch: most of these quarters are worth only 25 cents, except for a rare few that have collectors willing to pay a fortune. Now, why would anyone pay $1.5 million for a 2001 D Connecticut quarter? The answer lies in rarity and minting errors. Some of these quarters were struck with a major die error or an off-metal planchet mistake, making them extremely valuable to collectors. Others were made from special compositions or had unique markings, distinguishing them from the millions of regular quarters minted that year. Now, the big question: how can you tell if you have one of these rare quarters worth a life-changing fortune? Here's what to look for: check for the D Mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint. Look for visible errors like double strikes, missing elements, or misaligned designs. Some rare quarters were mistakenly struck on different metal planchets, making them unique. Coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition fetch the highest prices. Grab a magnifying glass and check your coins carefully. You could be holding a fortune. You're probably wondering, has anyone actually sold one of these for $1.5 million? While only a few have surfaced in the market, rare error Connecticut quarters have sold for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The coin collecting world is always buzzing with new discoveries, and experts predict the value of these coins will only increase over time. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Websites like Heritage Auctions and eBay can help you reach serious buyers. Get an expert appraisal before selling. Always verify buyers and sell through trusted sources. Now it's your turn. Go check your old coin jars, piggy banks, and collections. You might be sitting on a gold mine. If you found something interesting, drop a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more money-making coin discoveries. Imagine waking up tomorrow, checking your pocket change, and realizing you've been sitting on a hidden treasure worth $685,000. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, for some lucky coin collectors, that dream has become a reality. And the craziest part? These valuable quarters could be hiding in plain sight, even in your own home. But wait, before you run off to check your coin collection, there's something you need to know. Not all 2006 D. George Washington quarters are worth a fortune. In fact, most of them are worth just 25 cents. But a rare few? They're worth a life-changing amount of money. And I'm about to tell you exactly what to look for so you don't miss your shot at a six-figure payday. Trust me, You don't need to turn into Sherlock Holmes to find these valuable coins, but you do need to know what makes them special. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'll be revealing the current market value, how to authenticate your coin, and the easiest ways to sell it for maximum profit. But first, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The 2006 D. George Washington quarter was part of the State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each quarter represented a different U.S. state, but what makes this one stand out is a combination of rare mint errors and high collector demand. But here's the million-dollar question, or rather, the $685,000 question. What should you be looking for? If your 2006 D quarter has any of these features, you could be holding a small fortune. The key features of a rare 2006 D Washington quarter: look for double dies, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers, silver composition. Some rare error coins were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets instead of regular copper-nickel ones. Pristine condition. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC fetch the highest prices. One recently sold at an auction for an astonishing $685,000. But guess what? Prices are still rising. And here's where things get even crazier: there are still more of these coins out there, undiscovered. Which means you might be the next lucky person to cash in. So you think you found one of these ultra-valuable quarters. What now? Whoa, slow down. Before you start celebrating, let's make sure you don't get scammed and sell for the highest possible price. Steps to sell your rare 2006 D quarter: send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. The best places to sell are heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, and great collections. Many people get ripped off selling their coins to the wrong buyers. This is why knowledge is power. The right buyer can turn your quarter into a life-changing payday. But here's the catch. These valuable coins are getting harder and harder to find. Every day, collectors and investors are snapping them up, and their prices are skyrocketing. So if you have one, don't wait. The time to act is now. We're diving deep into the astonishing world of rare coins, specifically the 2016 Connecticut P quarter dollar that has stunned the coin market with a whopping $1.5 million valuation. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter, worth just 25 cents when minted, is now valued at an unimaginable price. But what makes this coin so special? And how can you find one? Let's break it down. First, let's understand the 2016 Connecticut quarter. It was minted as part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating Ware Farm National Historic Site. But certain rare versions, especially those minted in Philadelphia, contain minting errors or distinct characteristics that drive collectors wild. Now, let's talk about the big reason why this quarter fetched $1.5 million at auction. It all comes down to a few key factors: double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing elements can skyrocket the value. Coins graded MS-67 and above are exceptionally rare. Coin enthusiasts are always hunting for unique finds. So, how do you know if your 2016 Connecticut quarter is a hidden treasure? Here's what to check for: check for doubled images or missing letters. The P. Philadelphia Mint is where the rarest ones come from. The better the condition, the higher the price. Alright, if you think you have one of these gems, here's how you can cash in. Contact services like PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Online forums and social media groups can provide insights. Consider eBay, heritage auctions, or local coin shops. The world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures. Always check your pocket change because you never know, you might be sitting on a fortune. Imagine finding a simple quarter in your pocket, only to realize it's worth a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A special 2020 Connecticut P quarter dollar coin has shocked collectors and the market with its jaw-dropping value. Could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Stick around, because today, we'll reveal how to identify this rare gem and how you can turn your spare change into serious cash. So, why is this 2020 Connecticut P quarter dollar worth millions? Well, this specific quarter isn't just any ordinary coin, it's a highly sought-after minting error combined with extreme rarity. Some versions of this coin feature a dramatic, double die effect, minting flaws, or special strike characteristics that make it unique and extremely valuable to collectors. Before you rush to check your change, let's break down what to look for. Here's what makes this quarter worth millions. Look for the P mark indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Check for a noticeable doubling effect on the design or odd distortions in the lettering. The higher the grade, the better. If your coin is uncirculated and in pristine condition, it could be worth a fortune. If you think you found the rare 2020 Connecticut P quarter, it's time to check its value. Here's how you can do it: check for doubling on the text and image. Websites like PCGS or NGC offer valuation guides. Visit a certified coin dealer or auction house to verify authenticity. Now let's talk selling strategies. Here's where you can get the highest return. Auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers specialize in rare coins. Platforms like eBay and Etsy have collectors willing to pay big bucks. Professional numismatists can offer competitive prices for verified rare finds. If you believe you have the rare 2020 Connecticut P quarter, here's what you should do next. Cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Use a protective case to avoid scratches or damage. Send it to PCGS or NGC for official certification to maximize its worth. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pockets, piggy banks, and old coin jars. You might just be sitting on $1 million treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow coin enthusiasts. Who knows, you might just help someone discover their own hidden fortune. We are diving deep into the rare Connecticut 2003 P quarter dollar, how to identify it, and what makes it worth a fortune. If you love coin collecting or have old coins sitting around, you won't want to miss this. The history of the 2003 P Connecticut quarter, 1 to 3 o'clock. First, let's take a look at the history behind the Connecticut State Quarter. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, the Connecticut design features the charter oak, a historic tree that played a vital role in preserving the state's colonial independence. Over 1 billion of these quarters were minted, but only a handful have a rare minting error that makes them worth a fortune today. Now, here's what sets this rare Connecticut quarter apart from the rest. A small batch of these quarters, minted in Philadelphia, contains a dramatic minting error, most commonly a double die or an off-center strike. These errors make them extremely desirable among collectors, and their value has skyrocketed. The most sought-after versions of this coin include, where the design appears slightly doubled, where the coin's design is misaligned, where the coin has an exposed copper core. Collectors and auction houses are willing to pay huge sums for these rare varieties. How to identify and sell your 2003 P Connecticut quarter. This is found just below the "In God We Trust" inscription. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling in the lettering or images. A missing clad layer will make the coin slightly lighter than the usual 5.67 grams. If you find a coin that meets these criteria, congratulations. It could be worth thousands, or even millions. But where do you sell it? Selling a rare coin can be tricky, so follow these tips. Get your coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, listed on trusted auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Connect with coin dealers and collectors forums. Who knew that a tiny quarter could be worth over $1 million? If you have old coins lying around, now is the time to check them. Remember, knowledge is power, and one lucky find could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Well, one rare 1999 P Connecticut quarter has reached this jaw-dropping value. Could you be holding one of these valuable coins in your pocket or old coin collection? Let's find out. The Connecticut State Quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, released in 1999. This beautiful coin features the famous charter oak tree, an iconic symbol of Connecticut's history. Millions were minted, but not all quarters are created equal. Some rare errors and minting mistakes have turned ordinary coins into treasures. So, what makes this particular 1999 Connecticut quarter worth a staggering $1.3 million? Here are the key factors. Some of these quarters have a double die error or were struck on the wrong planchet. Coins struck incorrectly, making part of the design missing or misaligned, are highly valuable. A missing or smooth edge could mean a rare minting mistake. A coin in pristine condition, graded MS-69 or MS-70, dramatically increases its value. Some error coins were mistakenly struck with proof dies, giving them an ultra-shiny, mirror-like appearance. Now, let's see if you might have a valuable Connecticut quarter in your collection. Here's what to do: grab a magnifying glass and a bright light, look for any doubling on the inscriptions or tree branches, check the edges to see if ridges are missing, examine the overall condition, no scratches, marks, or discoloration. If you think you have a special coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. The coin market is hotter than ever. While one rare 1999 Connecticut quarter sold for $1.3 million, other valuable versions sell for thousands. Even moderately rare Connecticut quarters can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. To sell your rare quarter, here are the best options, great for listing and auctioning your coin. A leading site for high-value coins. Get an expert evaluation, find interested collectors directly. Before you sell, beware of scams. Some buyers may offer low prices for valuable coins. Always verify the buyer and never rush into a sale. Getting your coin professionally graded ensures you receive top dollar. So, go check your change, old piggy banks, and coin collections. You could be sitting on a fortune. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin treasure hunting tips. What if I told you that a simple quarter from 2019 could be worth a staggering $1.4 million? Yes, you heard that right. If you've got old coins sitting in your drawers, you could be sitting on a fortune. Today, we're uncovering the mystery behind the Connecticut 2019 quarter, why it's so valuable, and how you can check if you have one. Stay tuned. Before we talk about its jaw-dropping value, let's first understand this special quarter. Released in 2019 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Connecticut 2019 features the iconic depiction of Weir Farm, a historic site celebrating American art. The front side features George Washington, like all U.S. quarters, but it's the reverse side that makes this coin stand out. The design showcases an artist painting in the serene landscape of Weir Farm. But what makes this particular quarter so valuable? Let's find out. Not every 2019 Connecticut quarter is worth millions. So what makes this one so special? The secret lies in a rare minting error found on a handful of these coins. Some versions of this quarter were struck with a significant error, such as doubling in the Weir Farm details, missing elements, or even an off-center strike. These errors make collectors go crazy over them. In a recent auction, one of these error quarters sold for an eye-watering $1.4 million. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, you could be looking at life-changing money. Flip the coin and look for a tiny P below, "In God We Trust." The rare version comes only from the Philadelphia Mint. Use a magnifying glass and check for doubling on the letters or image, missing details, or a misalignment in the strike. Does your coin look significantly different? If yes, you might have struck gold. If you think you have a valuable quarter, don't rush to sell it at face value. Here's what you should do next: have a professional numismatist examine your coin. Some reputable grading services include PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC. Coins like these fetch maximum value at coin auctions rather than local pawn shops. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are hotspots for rare coin buyers. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change, search your old piggy banks, and who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million coin. If you found this information helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with other coin collectors. Stay tuned for more ways to turn your pocket change into big cash. What if I told you that a simple quarter in your pocket could be worth more than your house? But right now, one specific 2014 mint mark George Washington silver quarter dollar has been valued at an astonishing $685,000. And some experts believe that certain rare variations could even surpass the $1 million mark. Could you be holding one of these life-changing quarters without even realizing it, before you dump that old coin jar at your local bank? Stop. Because you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. What exactly makes it worth hundreds of thousands, and how can you cash in if you find one? What makes the 2014 George Washington silver quarter insanely valuable? How to identify if you have one of these rare gems, where to sell it for maximum profit, and at the end of this video, I'll reveal the biggest mistake that could cost you thousands, so stay tuned. Alright, let's dive in. So what makes this quarter different from the millions of others in circulation? Well, it all starts at the Philadelphia Mint, where this 2014 George Washington silver quarter was struck. Now, here's where things get interesting. This coin was part of the America the Beautiful quarter series, which typically contains standard metals like copper and nickel. But somewhere along the way, a rare minting error occurred. Instead of being struck on a normal clad planchet, a small batch of these coins were accidentally struck on a 90% silver planchet, a leftover from previous years. The Philadelphia Mint accidentally produced silver quarters in a year they weren't supposed to exist, and that's what makes them insanely valuable. Now, imagine the worker at the mint who made this mistake. Somewhere, right now, he's watching this video like, but hey, his mistake is your potential jackpot. Alright, now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare silver quarters? Check the mint mark. It should have a small p under the "In God We Trust." Look at the color of the edge. A standard quarter has a copper-colored ring, but a rare silver quarter has a solid silver edge. Weigh your coin. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but a rare silver one weighs 6.25 grams. Many people unknowingly sell these coins for just 25 cents. That's like handing over a winning lottery ticket for a pack of gum. And here's where things get even crazier. Some of these rare 2014 quarters have sold for over $100,000 at auctions, with the most expensive one reaching an insane $685,000. But the prices are climbing, and experts predict the next record-breaking sale could push this coin into the $1 million club. Now imagine, you find one of these quarters, sell it, and overnight, your bank account has an extra 6 figures. What would you do? But listen carefully, time is running out. As more collectors discover these rare quarters, their availability is shrinking, and values are skyrocketing. If you wait too long, you could miss out on the biggest payday of your life. And remember that huge mistake I warned you about earlier. Some people rush to pawn shops or sell to the first buyer they find online, and get ripped off. Instead, if you think you have a valuable quarter, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This guarantees you get top dollar. And if you want to sell your coin for maximum value, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are your best bet. Check your quarters right now, especially those from 2014. Share this video with friends and family. They might have a fortune sitting in their coin jar. Subscribe for more rare coin updates and secrets to turning your change into big money. The next big discovery could be in your hands. Hit that like button and comment below if you found any rare quarters. I'd love to hear your story.